everyone, welcome back into my kitchen. Tonight I'm going to be making something from one of my favorite chefs, Gordon Ramsay. I love his show, Ramsay in 10. I get so inspired. Everything he makes looks so delicious. Tonight I'm going to be making pork chops with caramelized red pepper and red onion. Well, actually my peppers aren't red because I didn't have red peppers, but it's going to be fabulous. Come take a look at the ingredients. So we've got our pork chops. I only had one little red pepper. He was using the regular bell-sized peppers, but all I had were the baby bell peppers in my fridge. So I've got the orangish and the red onion. We're going to be using red wine vinegar, olive oil, garlic, sea salt, black pepper, and fresh basil. So those are going to be our ingredients tonight, and it's just going to be fabulous. Okay, step one is I'm slicing my peppers nice and thin. So little thin pieces of pepper into the bowl, and I'm going to be doing the same thing with the onion as well. So right now I'm working on the peppers. Okay, so I've got my onion cut in half, and now we're just doing little thin slices of onion. I definitely need to master Gordon's knife techniques because I do not have that talent, and I'm sure my fingers are a little in the way, so I better be careful. So we're going to take all these beautiful slices of onion and add it into all of our peppers, and we are prepped and ready to grab our frying pan and warm that up with some olive oil. Okay, I've turned my pan on and it's on medium high. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil in there, and I'm going to let that get warm before I put the peppers in, because it should sizzle a little bit before I put the peppers in. Okay, we've got some heat in our pan, so oh, it's a beautiful sound. Okay, so we want to add a little bit of pepper. And a little bit of sea salt. Now Gordon did actually add about, I think he said, a tablespoon of sugar. I'm actually not cooking with sugar right now. And they will caramelize, but they won't break down quite as easily in the caramelization without the sugar, but I'm going sans sugar. So, and I'm trying to learn his technique of push out, pull in to flip the veggies. I'm getting better, but not that great. Okay, so we've got the peppers and the onions nice and broken down. The next step is we take a little red wine vinegar, about a tablespoon, and what we're going to do is we're just going to drizzle some of that in there, like so. It's going to help give it a nice, beautiful color and a little next, and a little flavor, so it's going to get nice and beautiful. Oh my gosh, it smells so aromatic. So you can see it's really getting a lovely color to it. Now, we're going to turn down the heat on this to low, and we're going to let that stew 2 to 3 minutes to help cook off the red wine vinegar. So let's go over here, and we're going to chop some fresh basil. Come with me. Okay, now we're ready. I've picked off some fresh basil, and he says to take the basil and just kind of roll it up together like a fresh cigar, and then just chop down through it. Again, my chopping techniques are not to be admired. But I'm learning the more I cook. I'm trying to keep my one finger out and 2 fingers back is what he says. So I'm trying. So we're going to take all of the basil, put it into the frying pan, mix it in. And he said cook it for about 30 seconds. So I'm assuming that's just until the basil gets slightly covered in oil and a little bit wilted, but still fresh. So we take this off the heat, set it aside, and we get ready to do the pork chops next. We'll be doing the pork chops in the same pan. So there's our peppers. We're ready to season our pork chop. First thing he said is to keep them from curling up in the pan is to pinch the rind. Just make a cut through the rind with your knife. My knife is not too sharp now, is it? To keep it from curling up. There we go. Then we're going to season it nice and seasoned with some cracked black pepper. Sea salt. Press that in. And then we're going to move it to our hot pan where we have the oil already heating up. Now we're going to take some garlic cloves. He said don't peel them, don't cut them, don't do anything except for lay them down and just crush them. And we will be adding those into the pan. There. Oh, that's a couple cloves. That's why it didn't break. So we're going to be adding those into the pan after we put the pork chops in. So let's put the pork chops in because the oil is all heated. It's sizzly hot. Let's go. In the pan they go. He said put the garlic in early because it's going to break the garlic down and infuse that flavor. Now the one thing that I forgot to get at the store was a nice fragrant bunch of thyme, and that was one of the key elements because we were going to cook the pork chops on the fresh bit of thyme. So I'm kind of bummed about that. However, I do have some thyme in my cabinet. I know it's dried, it won't add the same flavor, but I am going to put that on the pork chops to help give it a little bit of the flavor that we were looking for. So we're going to sprinkle that nice over here. And the key to this is, as we cook it, we're actually going to spoon some of that nice fresh juice continually over the pork chops. That's going to be a key to keeping them moist. So let's let these babies cook up. Okay, we're going to add some thin slices of butter into the pan to melt that down. That's going to be part of our sauce that we help spoon over top. We kind of, as the garlic is cooking, just press it down so it releases that nice flavor into the butter, and then continue to spoon that over the chops. Okay, I've got the pork chops flipped over. They're looking good. Spooning that butter still, the juice. Got a couple of them sitting on top of the garlic, infusing that in. Oh, these are looking fabulous. Okay, so now we bring them off the heat. We put them on a plate. And Gordon says the secret to a great pork chop is letting it rest for a little while. So we're gonna let this rest a few moments. And then we're gonna get ready and plate this up. Get all that garlic. It's so amazing. The peel cooks off the garlic and you're left with the fresh clove, and that clove looks amazing. Oh, don't those look delicious? Let's go take a bite. Lord, I thank you for this amazing meal. Okay, let's try a bite. Oh, that looks like perfection. All right. Would you like a bite? Okay, it may not have been Ramsay in 10. It was more like Ramsay in 50. Because I am the slowest cook ever. But oh my God, the pork is so melt in your mouth. So good. Let's try the peppers. I am a big fan of peppers. This whole combination is stellar. I'll link everything below for his video, and you can make it at home. This is a dinner that will shine for your guests and your loved ones. Enjoy. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and share it if you like. I'm making videos every week. I've got cooking videos, horse videos, just fun lifestyle things. So I really appreciate you for stopping by. Have a great evening.